When you think of the word boxers, you just think of the most savage, the most manliest, most ruthless people walking on the face of the planet. Just a bunch of warriors just fighting for their lives in a cage, putting their heart straight on their sleeve, just right there in front of everybody else to see. They don't care. They're just out there to go beat some people up. When you think of the word boxers, plenty of names come up. I can name so many. What? Mike Tyson, George Foreman, Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia. I mean, the list goes on. You know what I mean, guys? Canelo. I'll throw the Canelo in there too. But you know what name don't come up in those conversations? Fucking Jake Paul and KSI.
I got suspended for 3 days from my school, and I have 45 days of OAC.
Hey guys, Editor Eli here, and I just want to let you guys know, for any of you guys wondering, like, if you guys hear, like, a sort of, like, ocean breeze wind sound coming through, yeah, that's my fault. I had League of Legends in the background, and the music was on without me knowing while I was recording this video, so, there might be, throughout the video, like, really weird fucking wind sounds. So, to make up for it, I'm gonna have music playing in the background to try and, like, cover it. So, yeah. Like, that was basically it. His whole fight strategy was bite glove, play freeze tag. That was it. Like, I had to sit there and just watch this fight, just going like, man, just shut this shit off, bro. Because, like, it got to a point where, like, Mike Tyson was basically just being a standing punching bag, and it just kind of made me feel depressed. Like, bro, man, like, just stop the fight, man. Like, we already know who won. Like, don't damage Mike Tyson more than he possibly can. Like, this is fucked up. Like, by the middle of the fight, everyone in the crowd and everyone watching kind of came back to reality and realized, damn, this dude is fucking 58. Like, this is actually sad as hell to watch. Like, even the commentators felt bad for bro. They were like, man, yeah, his legs, they just aren't holding up like they used to. That's not 5 years ago, Mike. Like, goddamn. Like, that's how you know this fight was fucked up from the get-go, man. It honestly should have never have happened in the first place. But you know what's so messed up about this whole situation? Mike Tyson was this bad due to his age, and despite all that, Jake Paul still couldn't knock him out. Like, even though Jake Paul did win the fight, the fact that he went to decision with 58-year-old Mike Tyson shows how much of a fucking bum he is, man. Like, I'm sorry, but how bad do you have to be to not be able to knock out essentially a standing 58-year-old punching bag? Do you know how fucking fraudulent you have to be to not knock him out? Because again, besides the first round of the fight, Mike Tyson was doing the mannequin challenge for the rest of the 7 rounds. Just straight. Like, you cannot be serious, bro. In my eyes, even though Mike Tyson lost, he won. The fact that he was able to go to decision with somebody that's 31 years younger than him shows how much of a warrior is, shows how much of a veteran he is, and shows how badass Mike Tyson really is. Like, how could you hate on Mike Tyson? He's 58. The only person that lost this fight was Jake Paul. Because, like, here's the thing. Nobody's clowning Mike Tyson for this. Everybody's clowning Jake Paul, even though he won. Like, I don't understand how Jake Paul didn't notice this, but this fight for him is a lose-lose situation no matter the outcome. Like, if he loses to Mike Tyson, he just lost to a 58-year-old man, and if he wins, congratulations. You beat a fucking 58-year-old. Like, you should be winning against, bro. Like, I mean, did you see his legs that entire fight, man? They were about as fragile as fucking graham crackers, man. They were wobbly as shit. And also, I just have to add, Netflix should never ever hold a streaming event ever again, man. They are awful. Like, the entire time I was watching the fight, it would just stop playing every 35 seconds, and I had to refresh and log back into Netflix just to watch it again. It was awful. Other times, it would just pause, and, like, nothing would start playing. The screen would go black. Other times, the audio would cut out. Like, how are you, a billion-dollar platform, you can't host a simple fucking stream? It was so bad, I had to watch the rest of the fight in a fucking TikTok live stream, man. Billion-dollar company, by the way. They can't even handle a simple fucking live stream. Honestly, Netflix versus servers was probably a more exciting fight than Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, being completely transparent with you guys. But after watching the fight, the one takeaway that I got from this event was that I will never watch another influencer boxing fight event ever again. Like, I said that to myself when I watched the Dylan Dennis, Logan Paul, KSI, Tommy Fury fight card, because that one was also bad. Dylan Dennis wants to fucking play jujitsu in a boxing fight, and Tommy Fury and KSI just want to hug each other for fucking like 6 rounds straight. Like, after that event, I told myself, you know what, I'm never gonna watch this shit again. But, you know, I didn't listen to myself, and I decided to put myself through the horrors of watching this Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson event. And now I'm realizing, you know what? It's not even worth the risk. I'm never doing this shit again. Like, the woman in the co-main event decided to have an anime Super Saiyan Goku versus Vegeta level type battle, and fucking Jake Paul and Mike Tyson want to fight like they're playing Rock'em Sock'em and shit. Pow! Right in the kissa, head ass. Like, oh, dog shit, man. I cannot believe I actually made myself watch that fight again. Man, fuck! Like, in all seriousness, guys, like, this whole YouTube boxing, influencer boxing shit, it needs to stop. Like, it just needs to stop. It's starting to dry up. It's starting to get boring. Nobody's interested anymore. And it's honestly just making the sport of boxing way worse. It's making it way more unentertaining. Like, influencer boxing is making people not take combat sports seriously. They think it's a gimmick. They think it's a sham. Because here's the thing, that Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight was probably so many people's, like, first time ever watching a boxing event, and they'll probably leave that boxing event thinking, damn, this shit is ass. And rightfully so, it was a horrible fight. But like, that's the issue, guys, is that like boxing doesn't look like that, man. It doesn't look like that. Like, you know how sad it must be that a lot of these people will go away from this Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson event thinking boxing is fucking awful and is boring as shit, but they'll never be able to watch like a Bud Crawford fight. They'll never be able to watch a Canelo fight or a Naoya Inoue fight. And it's just sad, man, because it's genuinely entertaining. It is entertaining and fun to watch high-level elite boxing. What is not fun for people is to watch like two no-name influencers that nobody could give a fuck about just throw shitty punches at each other for like 8 rounds straight. Like, no one gives a fuck, man. Like, no one really wants to see two YouTubers fight each other, man. Y'all are YouTubers, bro, not boxers. Y'all are not fighters, man. Like, why don't instead of boxing, you guys just go like do a fucking FIFA wager match or some shit? I don't know. Like, do some YouTuber shit, man. Minecraft base battle. First to 100 blocks wins. Like, I don't know, dude. Figure some shit out. Because when I'm looking at the new super card for Misfits Boxing, and the names I see on that bitch is Deji, Nick LMAOOOO, Jay Swingler 2. There was one before this. What made you think we wanted to see another one of these bitches? And fucking the main event is a Nissan Gibb versus Slim. What in the fuck makes you think that any of us want to see that shit? Like, I'm not even joking. If one of my friends comes up to me and is like, hey bro, you gonna watch the Qatar Misfits, a Nissan Gibbs Slim super fight? I might slap his ass in the face. I would rather have Diddy give me a prostate exam than watch that shit on my whole life. Oh wait, guys, oh wait, my bad. I forgot to mention there's one more super fight on the Qatar super card for Misfits Boxing. King Kenny versus Salt Poppy. Whoa! You notice how when I mentioned that fight, nobody gave a single fuck? Nobody gives a fuck, man. Nobody cares about influencer boxing anymore. We only cared when it was KSI versus Logan Paul, and we will only care again when it's KSI versus Jake Paul. Yet for some reason, KSI wants to make shitty mom music. I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows. He wants to make that bullshit. And Jake Paul wants to go fight retired gym PE teachers. So I don't really fucking know what's gonna happen. I will not watch another influencer boxing event until KSI and Jake Paul finally figure the shit out and fight each other. Because once that happens, we can finally close this fucking door on influencer boxing, because I'm honestly getting so sick of this shit, man. Imagine being some of the people that pay to watch a fucking Misfits boxing event, bro. They gotta watch Astrid Wet and Faith Ordaway fight each other in a boxing ring. You just paid fucking $12 to watch a porn star and a TikToker box each other, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you gotta be shitting me, man. Like, this is what I mean. Some people just don't deserve to have money in their hands, like, straight up. They don't know how to use that shit. Like, take it away from them. So guys, at the end of the day, is boxing on a global decline? I'd say yes. And why do you think the reason is? Well, like, there's a bunch of other reasons, but mostly I'd say the main reason why boxing is kind of dying out a little bit is because of fucking YouTube boxers. Straight up. Like, influencer boxers are making people not take this shit serious. And like, why would they? I don't blame these people for not thinking boxing is a serious sport when all they see is fucking like Wings of Redemption and Boogie 2938 get in a boxing ring and just start punching at each other, man. Just looking like the two fat bitches at the fucking cafeteria table when you throw them a Twinkie and shit. Fetch! Like, that's the shit it looks like. Yeah, you know, what are the takeaways with this video, guys? Jake Paul's a fraud, and he'll never be an actual legitimate boxer. The one time he fought an actual legitimate boxer, which was Tommy Fury, he fucking lost, so he decided to go back and fight retired MMA fighters and 60-year-old retired janitors. And KSI is also a fraud, and he makes shitty music, and his forehead is huge as fuck. And influencer boxing needs to be disbanded, and Misfits boxing needs to be liquidated right now, ASAP. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, please join my Discord. Link is in the bio down below. We do a lot of fun things there. Challenge in the Discord right now is once we hit 10,000 members, I gotta shave all this lush and nice hair off my head. Gotta go straight bald, looking like Caillou from the PBS Kids show. You can also follow me on TikTok at The Angry Asian. We got 1.5 million followers on there. So that was a huge milestone, guys. Mom, I'm on Cam, 1.5 million. I know, so great. You can also follow me on Instagram at TheAngryAgent69. That's where I post all, like, you know, cool stuff, milestones, whatever I feel like. I haven't posted there in a long time, though, so I probably actually should make a post there. But anyways, guys, hope you all have an amazing day. Stay happy, stay safe. Peace!